One of my biggest challenges is prospecting. I used to feel really uncomfortable. I didn't know how to go about it. And that's where Novalya is fantastic. While I'm having my coffee and chatting with my partner with UL, Novalya is prospecting for me. So in 2 months, I got 5 new partners. Since Novalya was doing all the work, all I had to do was focus on the people who responded.
In this video, we're going to talk about relationship marketing, how to sponsor, how to find partners and affiliates in relationship marketing. And for that, I have a guest, Anne-Marie André, who is with PM International, a company that has been around for over 30 years. It ranks among the top 6 largest relationship marketing companies in the world. It is a leader in cellular regeneration. Truly, it offers products of extremely high quality. It helps you get better sleep, have more energy, achieve better skin, and even improve your digestion. We're indeed talking about the company PM International. And as we know, in relationship marketing, the biggest challenge is finding partners, right? Would you agree with me, Anne-Marie, that the biggest challenge is
Finding partners, exactly. That's really where things get stuck.
Great. Thank you for joining this interview, Anne-Marie. Tell me a little bit, in a few minutes, how many years have you been with PM International?
It's going to be 5 years now that I've been with PM International.
Great. So could you tell me, why did you choose to begin with Novalya at the very start? What was the trigger for you the moment you said to yourself, I'm going to try Novalya?
Well, it was specifically because one of my biggest challenges is prospecting when it's cold outreach. I was extremely uncomfortable. I didn't know how to go about it. So what did I do? Well, I just didn't do it. So that's actually the reason why I started with Novalya.
So it's thanks to your shyness that you started Novalya?
I discovered Novalya in a really unique way because I won a trip to Croatia through my company. And while I was sitting on the terrace, I saw my friend using Novalya. And I saw all these things moving on their own. So I went over to her and asked, what are you doing? And that's when she told me, well, you see, while I'm having my coffee and chatting with my boyfriend with you, well, Novalya is prospecting for me. I said, wow, that's amazing. You have to show me how it works. And that very same day, I started right away. I started while I was on vacation.
Great, awesome. That's a wonderful story. Tell me a bit, what did you feel when you saw that your friend had something running all by itself? No, what did you feel when you launched Novalya for the first time, when you saw your messages being sent out? What went through your mind?
Honestly, for me, it was magical. It was easy to use. I immediately understood how it worked. And when I saw it, I even noticed that I could do something else at the same time. I was fascinated by what I was seeing. So it was like a little girl looking at a new toy.
A new toy. And what did you think? What did you think? What did you feel it was going to bring you when you felt that way? What were you getting out of all this?
Well, what happened is that I quickly noticed that people were responding to me. So it was easy to connect with people. And I was also detached from the results. Because since Novalya was doing all the work, I just had to focus on the people who responded. And at that point, it was really just making contact. I met some amazing people. It's incredible how people open up when you show interest in them and start a conversation. That's something unique, I would say.
So the fear you had at the beginning, before you started using Novalya, you weren't prospecting because you were a bit afraid, but since Novalya does it for you, your fear of talking to strangers has completely disappeared.
Well, it was mainly social media because I'm not afraid to make contacts directly with people. I'm very comfortable with that, but it's when I don't know the people. So with social media, that was something that was a sticking point for me. And now, actually, because with Novalya, you can also target exactly what you want. Really focus on the clients who interest us. Our niche ad became something, it became a game, which means it's no longer an obligation or something difficult. It became a pleasure.
Great, well done. And tell me a little bit. Here, we're talking about making contact easily, about games, about great discoveries. And what results have you achieved in 2 months using Novalya?
So in 2 months, I got 5 new partners, but there were others who came later because we stayed in touch. A conversion doesn't always happen right away. Sometimes there's also client follow-up. And that's where Novalya, once again, is fantastic because with the integrated CRM before, I used to have my little post-its or little notes that would get lost. And now I don't lose anything anymore. So I always find my clients and I don't lose them anymore. I reach out to them regularly, which keeps the connection going and also makes a difference. It's no longer a cold contact. They become warm or even hot leads.
Of course, because we agree on this, Anne-Marie. Today, to sponsor in MLM, what you need is to talk to as many people as possible. The more people you talk to, the more opportunities you have to convince them to present your business and to turn them into prospects and partners. It's the quantity that brings results.
Absolutely. It's something that's impossible to do, or maybe you'll only do it at the beginning, because it's exhausting. And the thing is, we're not detached from the results. On the other hand, when we just do our 3 little clicks and Novalya sends the messages, it's not us doing all that work. And we're not the ones seeing, yeah, I sent 20 or 30 messages manually and only got 2 or 3 replies. When we use Novalya, if we craft our message well, really target our audience and stay natural, then we get responses. And that's how we build connections, how we create new contacts so that we can find out what they need, what their pain points are, and then offer them the solution on a silver platter.
So you end up talking to lots of people. And the more you talk to all these targeted prospects, you're not just talking to anyone, because thanks to Novalya, you can really target the right people. The more you talk to them, the better you get to know them and the easier it becomes for you to sponsor people, right?
Exactly, because I try very quickly, once we've made contact and there's a good connection with the person, often I reply to people with a voice message afterwards. I say, well, it would be nice if we could meet on Zoom. And that's when, honestly, you really get to know people. That's what makes the difference, being able to actually have someone in front of you, to put a face to the name and to see who the person really is. So that's it. That's Novalya, even though it's automated, it humanizes things because it really allows us to meet people.
Of course, often in testimonials, people tell me that before, when they did manual prospecting, well, when they got a response, they were actually relieved to get one because it had been 4 days of sending messages. And by then they were almost annoyed to finally get a reply. So we weren't super comfortable with the person because we expected so much from that person. Today, what I understand is that you don't expect anything anymore. It's Novalya that brings them to you. So there's no more waiting, right?
Exactly. And the thing is, I'm detached from the outcome, which means I can really be myself and even have fun with it. Then there's also everything related to comments and all that. Honestly, it's everything that used to weigh me down before, everything I didn't like doing, that was draining, that took up time. Novalya does it for me. And as a result, I'm much happier, more free.
Wonderful. And in your teams, what do you do when someone starts working with you? Do you advise them to use Novalya right away? What is your strategy with people who join your team?
Well, yes, absolutely. Everyone who wants to, I honestly tell them if they really want to get started and have goals, because when they start, they all have goals that are like this. And sometimes, well, at the first no, everything falls apart. I talk to them about it. I show them Novalya, I show them how I work, and I share it with everyone. After that, it's up to them whether they want to use it or not, but most of them fall in love with it, just like I did. We're in love with Novalya.
What needs to be said is that Novalya was really designed and thought out for marketers. Truly, we really based everything on that. Now, of course, there are coaches, freelancers, and shop owners who use it. But honestly, at the beginning, we really focused on helping everyone in relationship marketing with a tool that's simple, What do you think about how simple it is to use today, Anne-Marie?
Honestly, there are even videos. So for me, I immediately, maybe I find tech stuff a bit easier, but I know people who have absolutely no knowledge of computers. Everything is designed to provide support. And often we work on our strategies together. We look at what message we want to send. So we work together to develop our business as best as possible using our own words. And I love the workshops we do, the sessions we have to develop. So it's really about sharing to not just sharing with clients, but also when we work together, sharing strategies.
Yes, well done. If you're with PM and you want strategies for sponsoring, well, I'll put Anne-Marie's link in the description of this video. Don't hesitate to send her a quick message to get in touch with her. She can help you get started as well. Maybe she'll want to share her strategies with you. In any case, I'll put her link for you. Don't hesitate. She's really someone, as you can see, who is very welcoming. Send her a quick message, connect with her. And if you also want to get started with PM, her link is available. She will guide you to success with this wonderful company. Anne-Marie, I have one last question for you, which is the traditional question I always end interviews with. Imagine, Anne-Marie, that during the night, I go into your Novalya account and I shut down your Novalya account. The next morning, you open your computer and it says, Gatien has shut down your account. What do you do?
It's a tough one. I'm lost. I'd be grumpy, for sure. I wouldn't be happy because honestly, the first thing I do in the morning is turn on my PC and send out my belated birthday wishes. So if I can't do that, I'd be frustrated. And then, I start my prospecting. I reply to comments. So it's become a routine. For me, that's something I do every morning. And it's that routine that helps us perform. So if you shut down my Novalya, I could very well get in my car and come to your place.
Don't worry, I won't do that. If you came across this interview and you want to learn more about Anne-Marie, her link is available. If you want to discover Novalya, we offer a full 14-day free trial to get started. There's a link below this video. You can either start your 14-day trial there, or you can book an appointment. I'm sure there's a second link so you can speak with an expert who will answer all your questions before you get started. I wish you every success in your business. Anne-Marie, thank you so much. See you very soon. Wishing everyone much success. Ciao.